Previously on the Infinite Escape Room.
I'm using my mouth for your amusement.
If someone wants to have a breakthrough, that'd be good.
I apologise for Frey Bentos-based procrastination.
Mummy, what's wrong with that man's face?
Some sort of forgotten orgy, perhaps.
Oh, I wish I had more time.
Hello and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a bunch of geographically diverse chums come together, have a drink, and work together to solve a homemade escape room. I'm Ben Davy Griffiths, and this week I am drinking a Black Mountain Stout from the Tudor Brewery. And it's kind of like drinking an ashtray, but in a good way.
You're really selling that one, Ben.
It's a lovely stouty stout.
Then a bit ashtray.
Yeah.
Just a stout.
Yeah, good bit of smoke in it. And joining me this week, we have...
I'm Alid, and I'm drinking a little lemonade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lidlade?
It's nice. It's nice. Chemically.
Lovely.
I'd like the idea of them like advertising it not as lemonade, but as like little lemonated carbon beverage or something. Because like we're not legally allowed to call it lemonade. This is the closest we can get, or something like that.
Citrus. Yellow citrus water with fizz.
Yellow. Are you sure? Are you sure it's lemonade you bought?
It's a lemon.
Hold it up to the webcam. Hold up to the webcam so we can see.
It was in a mug, wasn't it?
It's in a glass.
Oh, okay. It's in a mug.
Oh, well.
See. Lemonade out of a mug.
It does say rest in peace on it.
It does, yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Is that an enamel mug or a tin mug? Sorry, this is not important at all to the recording, but...
I think it's enamel. It's a camping mug.
Sorry, I don't know why, but the idea of drinking things like squash and stuff out of a regular kind of tea mug, there's something about it that just feels fundamentally wrong. Like it's like an anathema in your mouth. It's just so...
No, drinking wine out of it is wrong.
The mug is too big, like chunky, and it doesn't hold enough.
And the ambient temperature of the mug as well is like weird. It's like a third lip in between your lips, force itself in between, which is okay for tea because it's like a hot kiss. But otherwise, it's just like fish is trying to make out with you.
Oh dear.
Anyway, I'm Mike. Hello. I'm rickety-dickety Mike Collins, and I'm drinking myself a cheeky Brewdog Hazy Jane, which continues to be a very fruity and very drink more tins and you'll probably get belly achy. Hazy ale was very tasty.
Lovely. I'm Laura, and I'm drinking a mysterious white wine. I bought the mystery pack from the wine people of random stuff they have left in the cupboard. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's perfectly drinkable.
Does it not have a label on it?
It does, but it's in French and I can't read it.
I see.
If you're from French and can help us translate this label, then reach out to Twitter. We'll put a photo up.
We'll show the bottle to the microphone if you can listen to it.
It's white wine. It'll do. I'm not fussy.
I like the idea of like a company called Mysterious Wine sending you a random selection of wines with no labels.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Oh, that does sound good, yeah.
Maybe like the little individual ones.
Maybe this is our like $1 million idea. Maybe this is, I say our $1 million. This is Ben's $1 million idea, which we'll desperately try and hang on to the coattails of.
This is when we find that the Patreons get there first and make their millions.
Oh, yeah. But there's bound to be like wine suppliers who have got like, you know, wine that is made from people or something, but is otherwise functional wine. That they, you know, like, we've got to list the ingredients if we sell it normally, but we sell it through you guys and they don't need to know it's made out of dog milk.
Let's start reaching out.
Before we begin, I'd like to thank our Patreons for their continued support, and I'd like to give a special shout out to two of our supporters, Jen McPhilmy and Jade Shaw. Thanks very much to you all for keeping the show on the metaphoric road.
Hooray!
Right then. Just what is the Infinite Escape Room? Well, it's like any other escape room you may be familiar with, but this one reaches across all known themes, retail parks, and dimensions. And because it's infinite, there is no end.
I'm going to have to turn this off. I'll watch you, Michael. There we go. I blocked Michael out.
Every room in the Infinite Escape Room links into the next in one big, never-ending escape experience adventure. Each week, one of us will present a part of the Infinite Escape Room, while the others try and solve it. If we don't escape within 30 minutes, then terrible things shall befall us, and if we break anything, you will lose your deposit, which this week is the Infinite Escape Room podcast.
Oh, it's not
Jesus.
Mike's webcam.
Please give me Mike's webcam and then we break something upon entry.
Oh, no. The podcast, the whole podcast. You're staking the whole podcast.
I am.
Damn, son, that's the ante, quite high.
Well, expectations just been raised, haven't they?
Yeah, does this mean we don't publish the episode if we break it?
I guess maybe this is the one that goes out and then we just finish.
Okay. Is this where, Ben, is this where you're a set of bulls and you're in a china shop? And also, I've had enough of the podcast, mostly because Mike plays silly bastards.
It would be nice to tell you that I had two deposits and it was going to depend on your behaviour. But I didn't. This is what I had all the time. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Years.
And then let's enter the Infinite Escape Room. Last time on the Infinite Escape Room, our brave team narrowly missed being mulched by a monstrous cleaning machine and made their escape from an oubliette, only to find themselves in the centre of a gargantuan hedge maze, stretching out to the horizon, while pieces of broken buildings spun, suspended in midair, as though caught in a time bubble. You wander around the maze a little. The hedges are dense and prickly. You won't easily be able to get through them. The hedges appear to be about 8 foot tall, so looking over them unaided appears to be not an option. As you round one of the corners, you see 3 fellow maze solvers. They look panicked, very much in distress. Muddied, scratched, with torn clothes, you wonder how long they've been here. As they notice you, there is a look of relief, confusion, and further panic. You notice that one of them is clutching a jacket to their chest, which has been heavily mauled by something. Before you or they can do anything, there is a loud rush of air, and you see all the pieces of building that had been suspended rise above the hedges. After a short pause, they come hurtling your way. Flying above your heads, though only narrowly missing them, they bludgeon the other players. A deep voice rings out over the maze.
You failed. Time for somebody else to try.
3 bodies lie on the floor in front of you under some rubble. The maze looms around you. What would you like to do?
Have you been watching Squid Game?
I was about to say.
No, people have been saying about Squid Game. I've got no idea what
Ben,
it's about.
I've just started watching it. It's well worth it.
It is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. It's also a lot like this. There's a whole bit where people are in a hedge maze.
No, wait,
They're all
Mike,
South
no,
Korean,
shut up.
and then get bludgeoned by flying buildings.
I'm only on episode
It's very
4.
similar.
Shut up.
Oh, sorry, Alan. Oh, that's episode 5.
Should we maybe inspect the bodies?
Yeah, can we?
Of course you can, yes. You inspect the bodies, and there's generally not an awful lot of interest around them, except a map.
Also, Ben, you say that there was nothing of interest except for the map. These people were bludgeoned by flying buildings. Building
Yes.
being quite big and a person being quite small and squishy, I imagine that would be quite interesting. I mean, is there much of them left?
Yes, they're just battered and bruised.
Oh, okay.
So there is now a map in the Discord, and it will, of course, be in the show notes.
Damn! Okay, who wants to take on describing responsibilities? Alan?
It's like one of those games you had as a kid in the fair, or like in those thing where you put a pound in, you've got a little marble, and you've got to sort of get it through a maze into the middle of the table.
Yeah, so it's a large circular maze arrangement. It's got a red line drawn from a point in the middle which says house towards a point that says exit. There are some annotations. There's an annotation, at one point at about 11 o'clock, which says 5 minutes with a little arrow pointing to the little red squiggly line going through. And something else to note is that there's the Cardinal Directions, north, south, east, west in the top right-hand corner. And the letters A, B, C, all the way through to P are arranged around the outside of the map, pointing inwards, kind of like a sunburst.
Alternatively, each section of the map has been assigned a letter.
That's a much, much more sensible way of phrasing it. Thank you.
I thought I had to redeem myself after the whole marble thing.
I knew exactly what you meant, though. Party bag toy.
I like that was where your mind went. You're like,
Marbles.
it's not a maze or a map. It's a marble toy. Ben, is there any indication of where we are at the moment? If we look around ourselves?
Well, I think you can certainly surmise that you're not at the house, and presumably whoever has been drawing this has been drawing it as they've been going, so I would guess the other end is where you are.
Okay, so we are actually quite close to the exit, which is nice, and we like exits because that's how we leave rooms. So if we go directly away from where the 3 people we met were going from, and then follow that corner round, hang a left, and there should be the exit on the right.
Yes, as you round the corner, you see the exit. It appears to be locked with a whimsical padlock.
Bugger!
There is a large sign and clock above the door. It reads, "Time left in maze, 40 minutes." The seconds start to tick down. You also notice a curious humanoid creature with wings, hovering a couple of feet above the ground. It has dangerously sharp-looking claws, teeth that hang out of its mouth, and a mop of dirty hair. And it seems to be wearing some sort of tunic.
Alan?
There's... Sorry?
Alan? You're right, that does sound like Alan.
There's blood on its claws.
Hello, would you like a fucking sandwich?
There's blood on its claws and a scrap of fabric, which you think you recognise from the person that was mauled from the last group.
Can Mike talk to it?
After you, Alan, I insist.
Excuse me, Mike's asking. Do you know the way to the house? And I gesticulate really profoundly at Mike, as in I throw my voice as if he's saying it as well.
The thing doesn't appear to heed you much notice. Perhaps you're too far away. I would recommend keeping your distance at this point.
We should have bought one of the corpses. We could have distracted it. Sorry, Law.
Oh, that's an idea. I was just going to say maybe we should try and find a way towards the house. We've got the map to fumble around with.
I guess if we just follow the directions, if we went back to where we encountered the 3 bodies. Sorry, you said there was a clock for 40 minutes that was counting down?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so we went to where we found the bodies, and then we walked straight forward, round the corner on the left, round the corner on the right, round the corner on the left, keeping right until we hit the next opportunity for a left, hang a left down there, round the hairpin, continue straight until our first
you just
opportunity
want to
for a right.
Follow the track back to the
I'm
house.
going to describe it in agony.
That's fine. It might take 5 minutes.
Oh, God. and then I'll continue to, as I've described there, follow the track that you marked out on the map, the maze map.
Lovely. So it takes you approximately 5 minutes to get from the exit back to the house. You can see before you a very large circular building. There is a front door. At the foot of the door, there is a home sweet home mat, and beside the door, on each side, there is like a little olive bush.
Can we look underneath the mat?
You can look underneath the mat. There is a key.
Oh, well spotted. Thank you. I feel I should redeem myself on the basis that Al had found a key. Can I see if I can find a key in the olive bush, or an olive?
There are no olives, and there appears to be no keys in the olive bush.
Damn it.
Is the front door locked?
The front door is locked.
Al, do you have a key?
I do have a key.
The look on his face just there was like, oh, how are we going to do this?
No, I was really hoping the key was for the other lock, not this front door. Can I unlock the door with the key underneath the mat, please?
You can do, yes. Opening the door, you see a long corridor before you. Immediately right inside the door, there are 3 pegs with some boiler suits hanging on them. There appears to be what looks like a fire alarm on the left-hand side. And then looking down the corridor, you can see 2 doors on your left and 3 doors on your right.
I have a feeling we should probably put the boiler suits on.
Before we do, should we inspect them to see if any labels or anything on them denote who should wear what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the boiler suits, they appear to be sort of regular-looking boiler suits, except in very ornate writing on the left breast on each of them, it says, "My name is Stupid."
Mm-hmm. I put on the boiler suit.
Nobody is surprised.
I love you too, darling.
Yeah, you're going to need to put the boiler suits on.
I don't know whether putting the boiler suit on is the right idea.
Well, why didn't I wear the I am stupid boiler suit? Because what I think Ben's probably done here, knowing Ben, is he's put it in there as a red herring so that somebody puts it on and they'll be like, oh, I inspect the suit. And then it's like, I am stupid. And we're like, haha, I've got you. Also, fuck you, I'm Ben. Can we check the pockets of all the boiler suits?
There are no pockets.
What colour are these boiler suits, Ben? Are they red?
They are boiler-coloured.
White.
I'm going to say copper.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I was going to be like blue, and I was like, I don't know a boiler that's blue.
If you wear a copper boiler suit, you'd look pretty fucking cool. I'm down with this. I'm happy. I'm rocking this outfit. This feels good. So we had 18 doors on the left and 23 on the right?
About that, yes.
Considering there's 3 doors on the right and there's 3 of us, shall we inspect those 3 first?
Yes.
Okay, so looking at the first door on your right first.
Yes.
You walk into what appears to be a living room. There is a 3-seater sofa and also a coffee table with a crossword puzzle on it. Crossword puzzle is not 10 megabytes and is in the Discord chat.
The hell have you been exporting things as, Ben? Like bitmaps?
It'll also be in the show notes for people at home.
Oh, I like these. I can do these.
Water from the eye. Eye juice. Okay, so sorry. So it looks like Alan and Laura are feverishly working on these, so I'll quickly describe what Ben sent to us. So the crossword is titled Angry Letter Combinations. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 clues with various things. The first one down, 4 letters, is water from the eye. The second one, 4 across, is the show you are on. Third one, 3 across, 4 letters, is a shining thing in the sky. Fourth one, a red coloured fruit, that's 5 down. 6 is 5 across, that's what corn is better known as. And then 7 is 5 across, an odd number less than 5. And it's a race now to see whether it's going to be Alad or Laura who pipes up first with, okay, the answers to are...
I've got 2, which is 2 across is Tia.
Yeah, so 1 across down is Tia spelled differently. So sorry, one down is Tia, water from the eye, Tear. 2 across is the show you're on, which is Tier.
7 across is 3.
3 across is the shining thing in the sky is 4-letter word is star. 4 down, red coloured fruit, I think is apple. Corn is better known as, I'm thinking that's maize.
Yeah.
M-A-I-Z-E. The thing you were in, which I'm not sure of.
Yeah,
And
blank
then
A,
7
blank
is
E.
3.
I would have said room, but it's not room. Maze. It's in a maze.
Oh, M-A-Z-E, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maize and maze.
So we've got 2 types of Tia.
Red coloured fruit,
Apple.
which just leaves 3 across, which is shining thing in the sky, and that's going to
Star.
be...
S-T-A-R, star.
Yeah.
But we've got 2 types of maize, 2 types of Tia. We've got an apple,
Star.
star,
And a 3.
3.
Cool. Yeah, that appears right. I'll for the folks on the show, I will paste the solution into the Discord chat as well, so you can check your workings. But I believe that is all correct.
Wonderful.
Yes. Go us, Laura.
Yay.
Yep, that's what I've got written down on my paper.
And me.
Oh, well done, you two. I literally turned my brain off for that and just trusted you both. Oh my God, they've both drawn it perfectly. They're incredible. Oh, man. I'm a cunt. I'm also really impressed that you had a red coloured fruit and got apple, because I would...
What else would you gone with?
Well, I'd be like, apples are also green.
Passion fruit.
Pomegranate.
I was thinking strawberry. Strew. Get that into 5 letters. Okay, so we've had a nice time doing a crossword. It's time to go back to the monster. No. Okay.
Second door.
Yep.
Yeah, let's take a look at the second door on the right, please, Sandra.
So the second door on the right is a bedroom. There is what looks like an ensuite. There's a bed in there, and then there's 2 side tables with absolutely nothing on. The side tables do not have drawers. This room appears as it's there, so it actually becomes a house. You know, there's a bed and an ensuite there.
Ah, so this room is set dressing almost.
It would appear so.
Oh, righto. Has it got a duvet?
It does have a duvet.
Excellent. I'll put the duvet around my shoulders with my copper boiler suit, like a mighty cape. And let's go to the third door on the right, please.
The third door on the right leads to a staircase that spirals around the bedroom. It's a bit drafty.
Drafty. Okay, and what's up the staircase?
Going up the staircase, you're on the roof, and you can see across the maze.
Anything else on the roof with us?
Tiles. A bit of bird shit.
Anything we can see in the maze is interesting?
You can see a number of buildings sort of around you. Would you like a description of where they are?
Yes, please, Ben.
So you can see a building off towards, if you were to look at your map, off towards in segment B. There's another one in segment D, and there appears to be 2 sort of on the line between sections K and L. Sort of in a line with each other.
Can we mark the positions of those on our map, please, Ben?
You each root around your nose for a booger, and you're all out, so no.
I told you we should have grabbed some corpse earlier. We could have written it in some corpse juice. Wet end of a finger would have been perfect for this.
Hang on. I have a plan.
This isn't God. You all went to the toilet before you came.
Yeah, God, that was really sinister, Alan. That was a real kind of like, I've got this, guys. I'm not proud of it, but I've got this.
Right, hang on.
Okay, maybe we should come back to this and check on the left.
Yeah.
So we've got one in section B, one in section D.
What are the buildings?
You can't see.
Shall we go back down and check out the rest of the house? They've got 2 more rooms, I think.
Yeah, on the left.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to say that you trudge back to the front door just so that everything's back on your left. The first room on your left appears to be an office. In the office, there is a small table with a telephone on it. The telephone's got a blinking light. There is a desk with a computer and some other things on it. And there is a bookcase.
There's a computer.
There is.
Is it on?
No, it appears to be set dressing.
The blinking light on the telephone, is that like an answer phone message?
It does appear to be, yes. There is a play, delete and stop buttons.
Could we play it?
You can do, yes. The message reads, or says, I presume that since you're listening to this, you found the key to the front door. I hid the keys to the sheds in the maze.
Oh, they're sheds.
Okay, now is that maze or is that maze? Mind. 'Cause we had 2 types of maze in our word search, so I'm on the lookout for corn.
Oh, it brings a tear to my eye.
Oh, Alan.
Got a podcast in your eye.
Can we have a look at the bookcase as well, please?
Yes, there is a small selection of books. Would you like their titles?
Yes.
There is Hedge Funds for Gardeners,
Oh, dear.
How to Trim a Bush, The Time of Your Life,
Oh.
Salvation Through Herbs, Mythical Creatures, Standard Bogs, and Branching Out to Dendrology.
Okay, trying to very, very gently walk around the horrendous puns that Ben slipped in there. Can we open the book on mythical creatures, please? I want to see if our wee beastie is in there.
You can do, yeah. There's a bookmark in the book. Would you like to turn to that page?
Fabulous, yes.
So the page shows a picture of a sketch of a creature that looks very similar to the one that you saw earlier. The title is headed Zings. The description is a small humanoid creature with wings, sharp claws, and protruding teeth. Generally looks unkempt. Variations include tower zing, ship zing, and mazing, among others.
Amazing.
To rid an area of this pest, mix 4 parts fertilizer with 2 parts milk. Mazings will also require the spit of 3 individuals. Caution, zings attack anyone they think might look too clever.
Right.
Suddenly, the copper boiler suit and the duvet sounding pretty smart, eh?
So
Yeah.
we need 4 parts fertilizer and what was the 2 parts?
2 parts milk.
2 parts milk.
And if it's amazing, we're going to need to spit in it as well. Lovely.
I'm pretty sure we can manage that.
Yeah, there's 3 of us. We can all do that. Three spits. Lovely. Anything?
Sorry, Law.
No, you go ahead.
After you, my darling.
No.
I insist.
Just say, is there anything else we need to inspect in that room? But I think we've done it because the computer was...
There was something else on the desk.
I missed writing that down. What else was on the desk?
Telephone, lights, bookcase, computer I had.
There were lights on the phone. On the desk, there is a transparent overlay with 4 blobs on it.
Could we take a look?
Transparent overlay has been plopped into the Discord and will be
Lovely.
in the show notes. Next to it, there is a post-it note that reads, Sheds. Equipment is in the easternmost shed. Chemicals are kept in the northernmost shed. Animal feed is stored in the nearest shed. And fuel is in the westernmost shed. Note, remember to take keys this time.
Okay.
Should we go check the other room on the left?
The final room appears to be a kitchen. Along the arching wall, there is counters and a number of cupboards. Along the wall that would back onto the hallway, there's a large fridge freezer. And in the middle of the room, there is a table and 4 chairs.
Should we have a look in the fridge?
You can do. There is an assortment of food in there.
Is there any milk?
There is some milk, yes. There are about 3 bottles of milk, glass bottles that the milkman would have brought, which must be hell thinking about it. I have to go through the maze every day.
In a milk float, that would take forever. Okay, we need at least 2 of those bottles of milk, I think, just to be on the safe side. So can we take the milk?
You can do.
Lovely.
Do you guys want to grab boiler suit?
Yeah, better do.
So you don't get mauled and so you look as cool.
Although he didn't maul us earlier. Maybe we just look stupid as it
We
is.
didn't get close enough, I don't think.
True.
Ben,
Hello.
can we take our overlay
Mm-hmm.
and reverse it and put it over the top of our map, please? So the overlay that Ben's given us is transparent with 4 green dots, but they actually appear to be like mirrored.
Yeah, so if we
compared
turn it the
to
other
the
way.
description they gave us earlier. So if we reverse it and then put it on our map, overlay it on our map, that should hopefully give us some better positions.
That give us the BDKL, yeah.
Haha.
Yep. Okay, so we've now got a marked. I tell you what, sorry, Alan stuck a screenshot in the Discord as well of, based on Ben's descriptions, his best guess of where they were. It's pretty bloody close.
Pretty close, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got milk, we've got spit. We presumably need some sort of receptacle and some fertilizer. Fertilizer would presumably be chemicals.
Would it be fuel, maybe?
Fuel?
I'm just wondering if you can burn it. But
It's not feed. It's not a chemical, is it? Well,
I mean, we could go to the equipment shed first because we might need a bucket or something to mix this all in.
You've got approximately 14 and a half minutes left. You need 5 minutes to get back to the exit. I'm going to take a couple of minutes off to get to a shed.
Fuck. Okay. So we need to make a very quick and careful decision.
before we leave the house, can we check the fire alarm? Just because you mentioned it, but we never looked at it.
Yes, indeed, it looks like a fire alarm, but it's very much not a fire alarm. The glass reads, "Break to stop this madness."
Break it.
break it.
The podcast wobbles slightly.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Ben!
Push it again. Push it again. Push it again.
No! We'll be stuck in here.
The Patreons start to fade.
All right. Okay. Right.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Shall we hit the eastern shed first for receptacles?
For equipment,
Yes.
I'm thinking.
Do we try the nearest one just because it's the nearest one first?
You can try the nearest one. I'm going to need a bit of paper. It takes you a minute to get there, and it's locked.
Oh, we haven't got keys.
We haven't got keys.
We need to get the keys. We didn't look in the cupboards in the kitchen or on the table either.
Oh, fuck. Okay, back to the house.
Another minute. Can we check the cupboards, please?
What are you looking in the cupboards
Key.
for? You're looking through the cupboards. There is sort of all the normal equipment that you might find, and lots of sort of dry and tinned goods.
Is there a crap drawer full of keys? Like everybody's kitchen has. That crap
There
drawer
is
full
not.
of window keys and old keys.
Tinned food. Are there tinned things of corn?
There does appear to be, yes.
Okay. Let's have a look at them tins. They have those little keys on top by any chance, Ben?
So picking up a tin of corn, you notice that it's very, very light and somewhat rattly.
Is it now?
Yeah,
I tear into it with my bare tin opener / teeth.
wonderful. You actually find that the top just screws off, and there are some keys inside.
My teeth!
Lovely.
Okay, so we bomb back to the equipment shed, please.
Go to the equipment shed. I thought you said you went to the nearest one, which was the animal feed shed.
Oh, sorry. Nearest shed is the animal feed shed. Oh, yes, the nearest shed, animal feed. Yes.
There appears to be animal feed in there and not fertilizer.
Okay.
Excellent.
Right.
Let's go to the chemicals shed, which I guarantee you is where fertilizer will be.
Wait a minute. Shall we hit the fuel shed first, just in case, because it's closer?
Okay. I suppose we could always petrol it to death.
Fertilizer could be classed as a fuel. You never know.
Cool. Going to the fuel shed, you unlock that, and there is just gas canisters there.
Empty or full?
A mixture.
Can we grab an empty one?
Yeah.
You can do.
Cool.
We need to mix fertilizer, spit, and milk together. So if you might be worth having something to put it in.
At this rate, use my hands, use my cupped hands. Can we now please go to the chemicals shed?
You can do, yes. I'm afraid I'm going to take 2 minutes off you for getting there, which is generous, I think, given that it's...
We're running. It's fine.
5 minutes. That's fine, yeah. Getting to the chemical shed, you do indeed find that there is, among other things, weed killers and what have you, fertilizer. There's also a bucket.
Excellent. Great. Okay, can we take off? What's our time check?
Your time check is 10 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 minutes.
Shit.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
We're screwed. No, we're not.
Because it only takes 5 minutes from the house. So we run from where we are to where we met the corpses earlier. No, the soon-to-be corpses. We take our 4 parts fertilizer,
2 parts milk.
2 parts milk,
Then we all give it
and then we all gob in the bucket, mix it in the bucket,
Wonderful.
and then we, I guess, run up towards the little goblin. What was his name?
Amazing.
Zing Zinger.
Amazing.
The amazing. And then I suppose just throw the bucket at him.
Armed with your lethal concoction of fertilizer, milk, and spit, you make your way to the exit. As you round the corner, you are not surprised to find Amazing guarding the door. As you approach, it bares its teeth, but seeing your name tags, it pauses for a second. Hurling the mix at the Amazing, it writhes and squirms, falling to the ground. It twitches and falls still. What would you like to do?
Ransack its body for the keys.
Rummaging through the Amazing's tunic, congratulations, you find a key. You have found Amazing Key, stupid.
That was it's quite the walk to that one. I'm conscious that we've only got a few seconds left. Can we please sprint towards the exit?
Thrusting the key into the whimsical padlock, the door flies open. Behind you, you hear screeching and the beating of wings. Looking back, you see a mazing swarm flying towards you. You run out of the maze, past an ice cream cart, through a child's birthday party, over a bank and into a river. Splashing and struggling against a silty bed, you make it to the other side of the bank. Gasping for breath, you look up and notice several figures standing above you. Their uniforms read Longleat Park Security. Congratulations, you have solved my puzzle.
We ended up
Well done.
at the safari park.
You had on my reckoning, so when I said you had 4 minutes, that was actually taking into account the 5 minutes that you,
Oh, so we had 4 minutes to
you
spare.
had to get back.
Oh.
So I do apologise. I did that in my head and then panicked.
Apologies. I then panicked and I was like, okay, I'm taking basically because we failed Jamie's one last
Yeah.
week because it took us too long to make decisions. I was like, quickly, do all the things at once.
So you had about 3.5 minutes to spare at the end.
Oh, that's all right.
That's right then. I don't feel so
It's all
silly.
about Harry Bentos.
Oh, not again.
Oh dear, Ben, that was good. That was a very long walk for a pun, though.
There was going to be more. So at the beginning, the park, the park house was going to be like next to the exit. And there was going to be a whole bunch of stuff there, and you'd have had to have gone through, and you'd have encountered more mazings. And at one point, you were going to have found lottery tickets. And then rounding a corner, one of the mazings would have snatched it off you and run away. And you should have hedged your bets.
Oh, Lord above. I enjoyed that the first room that we walked into the house had the crossword in, and Alan and Laura's eyes lit up and they instantly started solving it. And then every room we went into after that, they looked a little bit disappointed that there wasn't a crossword in there. I was happy there was no toilet.
Yes.
You didn't look in the ensuite.
No, we didn't look in the suite.
Had we looked in there,
Maybe-
was there anything of note?
No, just a toilet and a shower. And
So it was shit, really.
Thanks very much for listening. You can subscribe to us on all of your favourite apps, feeds, iTunes, and at our website, www.theinfiniteescaperoom.com. You can follow us and get in touch via Facebook and Twitter at @TR_podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, and we really hope you did, we'd be much obliged if you could leave us a review on iTunes or Facebook, as it's a massive help in reaching new audiences. And as mentioned at the top of the show, we're also on Patreon. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/The Infinite Escape Room, where you can listen to episodes a week early, have your name mentioned on the show, get unedited episodes, and more. We love you lots, and we hope to see you next time on another Infinite Escape Room. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Every room!
Oh, nobody else did it.